and true Jimmer live on YouTube. The game is, of course, Conan Exiles, and we're going to teach you how to use your cooking stoves, campfires, furnaces, stuff like that. It all works pretty much in the same aspect. So let's go down here. I believe I have some raw ingredients that might be able to cook here. Let's try these. I haven't ever tried them. But let's give them a go and see if it can. Okay. So what you do is you'll walk up to your campfire. You'll hold your square to get into it. Well, try to. Or not hold, just tap it. If you look over on the far right here, you see my little icon here. It's showing crafting queue down here. Don't pay no worries about that. Don't worry about any of that. It's just showing you what's going on. It's showing that up there at the very top up here, you'll need wood plus your food, and then you'll need to hit play to get your food. So as you can see, I already have fuel up here in the top. All you gotta do is just drop your logs in here. You do not have to place them in there. Just put your log there. Put what you want to cook beside it. Let's see if it'll cook fish. And then you'll come over onto this side where you're, highlighting these, and you'll hit L2. Now it should cook your fish and give you oil. See? Just like that. You just hit L2. Just put the ingredients that you want. It don't have to just be meat. It can be fish. It can be shrimp. It can be crab. I have a dryer that also does that. That dries fish. And I'll show you that one in a few minutes because I have a couple of fish traps out. So see, I have 16 cooked fish. It's a low-grade consumable. They're really easy once you're able to make the traps. It's one of the best things that you can stockpile quickly because it takes bugs to catch them. And in those traps, sometimes you don't even need bugs to catch them. I have 2 traps out there with no bugs in them right now, and if I wander out there nonchalantly at some point and look at them, they have fish in them. And both of the traps, so it's kind of cool. We can just take all of what we're going to take this because I've never seen E-Core, don't know the purpose of said E-Core, but a good thing about having the fishing traps and stuff is when you start growing plants, you can just dump them in there. Just dump the extras in there, and it's extra storage in your compost, and it won't hurt your food, it won't poison it, it won't do none of that. But as your food starts getting old and it goes putrid, just throw it in there. So what I do is I usually just drop that in there, and because I'm not really going to eat the fish because I have plenty of steak right now, I'll just drop the fish in there. So when it goes putrid, it'll be the main ingredient to compost, and it'll get you your compost, which you will use for, ta-da, your planters. So you see right here how I have my aloe growing here, and it's all well and good. But other than that, we'll go out here and we'll start showing you how to use other equipment also. See, look at that. I had no bait in there whatsoever, and it's catching it. But you need to put bugs in it. It says it requires bugs. If you look at the very right of the screen where it says crafting, it shows that you need the handful of bugs that you get from the weeds that you harvest. And just put them in there, right there, where these fish are. And like here, I'll show you real quick. We'll take all of them, and then you'll put your bugs right here, and then just walk away. That's all you gotta do. If it's not playing, you see you can stop it by hitting L2. If you look at the fish trap, you see how I hit stop. It won't let the bugs catch the fish. But if you just hit play and let it go without it for some weird reason, it works. And I'm not going to complain about it because, hey man, free food is awesome. Another good thing that you want to stockpile on is hide. I suggest the two-handed broadsword. This thing, I can kill like 6 to 8 gators coming at me at the same time. Give me my hide. That's where you get your bone for your bone meal and stuff that you're going to need for other things. But as you're going in, as you can see, you come in here, handful of insects right there. You'll get maybe one or two, depending on what plants. You know, sometimes you'll get a queen bee. Queen bees and worker bees, you kind of want to save up, because I have a feeling that later on in here, you're going to be able to craft, like, beehives, is what I believe. So I saved the bees and the queen bees, because I'm betting that honey is a really high-grade ingredient. So I want to save those just in case. And as you can see, if you hold square and just walk into the plants, you can hold square and it'll auto pick up rocks and whatever's on the ground as you're walking around. You don't even have to let go square. You can just hold it and walk around. Like, see, here's the stone. Picks it up. I just usually hold square as I'm walking around, because sometimes you can pick stuff up through the high bush, you know, high bushy areas that you can't see anything in. But we got the bugs. I'll show you how to do it now with the traps. It's showing as an ingredient that is required. When you look over in the crafting on the far right at the top, it says one handful of bugs and some time you'll get fish. Well, here's 16 bugs. Just hit R2. It loads all 16 right in there. And that's all you need to do. I'm going to save those worker bees. I will drop these seeds. I don't need them. Then I'll just back up. And if you just it's there. See? Already catching fish. Remember, if it's on stop, just hit L2. L2 is to activate every machine that you have, like your furnace, your traps, anything that requires like crafting agents or agents that, you know, go into it. Like over here, your tannery, same thing. You know, you're going to drop in that. That's your bark. It's showing bark as your main ingredient for your thrall, and then your hide. Like if you kill humans, you kill anything that drops like basic hide, you can do that, and you can turn it into leather. Me, because I have so much food already, I just dump everything that I catch right on in there. I was saying it's high grade, but I mean, I've got a lot of fish up there already. But I'll show you over here in my cooker, or sorry, my dryer. This is a dryer. You can dry meat, fish, anything edible, even berries. So I go in there, I'll drop my stuff in there, and then I'll go and collect bark, and then I'll put bark in there, because bark, once again, is the main ingredient to get this thing to work. As you can see, I have logs in there. If you put logs in there while you're using bark, it dries the logs, it gives you resin, and it gives you dried wood, which is a higher burning and a longer burning rate log. So what I usually do is I load up. You know what I mean? I just load it up with everything I want. And these have an expiration time, so you kind of want to be quick about getting your resins and do your stuff. Right over here, back over here to campfire. Let's get to cooking. We'll throw that in. Now, as you can see, it's not auto cooking. Like the fish traps will go auto sometimes. Certain things will go auto. These, like the campfire, you have to hit L2 to get it to start cooking. So don't think that, you know, you're doing anything wrong. You just got to put your stuff in, then hit L2. You'll see your campfire light up, and you'll see your said product getting cooked. Then you go over, grab your cooked, take it, boom, it adds right up over there. As you can see, as I said, I have plenty of food. Plenty of food. And you do need it, because you starve quickly in this game. So I wonder if it'll let me cook this here. Let's see if it'll cook. I'm betting you it will cook shrimp. Let's just do it just for fun. Oh, look at that. And there's cooked shrimp. Bam! There you go. You see? Then toss it in your inventory. Shut it off. Boom. I noticed that there's certain ingredients that are high end, and I'm thinking oils should probably. I'm segregating my stuff, thinking, you know, maybe like this E-core. It would help to make bombs and such. So I put that stuff together in my throwables. As you can see, it says throwable and then ing. That's just it's my little acronym for ingredients. So I know what I got going on. Like this is just a random chest that's holding random stuff. And this is my throwables ingredients. This is my bow and arrow box. And then there's my plants box. And then over here is, my dye ingredient box. As you can see, you definitely want to name your stuff. It's because you're going to be harvesting just massive quantities of stuff. And this is for my armor table. And you will be using a lot of stuff in these. And over here, I got coal and such, as you can see. I try to keep a small amount of stone on me because it's really heavy. You don't want to be carrying a lot. You don't really need a lot unless you're going to start building. I've finished the building, so this is as much as I'm doing. But if you want your furnace to work, like you can put, like rock in here. And I mean, here I'll split real quick and show you how to use a furnace also while we're in here. You'll highlight the rock, your stone. You'll highlight with it, and I'm going to split it because, like I said, you don't need a whole lot in your, you just want enough to repair your, stone weapons here and there before you get, steel in that. This is the fastest and easiest way to repair your weapons. So I'll split this stack, and then I'll grab this stack over here, and then I will put said stack in there, and then once again, just like the campfire, anything that requires high time burning, you have to activate with L2. So I've got my stone in there, I have my lumber in there. You can use coal, you can use logs, just regular wood, you can use burnt wood that you dry out on the dryer, and you can also use bark. So what I'm gonna do, boom, I'll hit that and watch, it'll just start cooking away and adding stone to the next pile. And you're gonna want at least 2 or 3 furnaces. And the reason you're gonna want 2 or 3 furnaces is because you're gonna want one that's just steady for iron, because you're gonna need a lot of it. So go for the iron, do one for the stone, do one for anything else that you'd want to do, like gold or bullion. That way you have all that extra storage space, because once it's made, you also have all that storage. Because you're only going to need to put in what you need. And like these come in 100 stacks, so usually the best bet is to get 1,000 stone and then throw them in with like 500 log, and it'll give you your 1,000 plus stone. So I mean, that's just the easy way to do it. Over here, like I said, this is stuff that I've been working on, and I want to put my worker bee in there with my other ones. This is just for storage. I'm putting them in there. As you can see, I have 5 queens, I have workers. I'm assuming for each queen bee you're going to need probably like 10 worker bees, and I'm assuming there's probably going to be a hive at some point that you can make. But other than that, that's it. I mean, segregate your stuff. You see, this is all that dried wood I was telling you about right there that I dried. And right there is a dry wood. It's a mid-grade burnable, combustible. So it burns longer, and it's a lot better. And then when you do that, you'll get the resin while in the dryer. So I'm figuring this is stuff to build furniture, so that's why I keep my tar and my resin and my dried woods and stuff together in the artesian ingredients box, because I assume it's going to be for high-end stuff, and that's what it's going to need. So if I'm making it, I might as well store it. This is house stuff that I've done. Right here is some purified water. This is mid-grade. I'm assuming this is for dyes and medicines. So for now, I just have it there. But other than that, thanks for watching. Take her cheesy, man. And remember, smash that button, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my buddy Normog at Normog Gaming on PlayStation 4 through YouTube. So, drop that in there and let's get some more bone meal. Bam. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.